You've woken up. The illusions have shattered. The masks have fallen. Everything that once seemed real now looks like a carefully scripted game. People run in circles, clinging to borrowed meanings, suffering, celebrating and not realizing they are inside a cage they can't see. And now you're outside. Yet still within the world. Not isolated, but observant. And the question arises, how do you live now? Should you withdraw into solitude? Or can you use this new vision to act differently? The answer is simple and powerful. You can use the system to your advantage without becoming part of it. You don't have to leave the world. You've just stopped sleeping. Awakening isn't a sentence to loneliness. It's the beginning of inner freedom. You can remain among people, work, create, speak, exist in society, but now you act from clarity, not fear. That's the key. Awareness doesn't require isolation. It requires conscious choice. Example, you're at your regular job. Co-workers talk about bonuses, promotions, workplace drama. Before, you'd get drawn in, try to please, feel anxious. Now you see how it's all a cycle of conditioning. You can engage, but without being consumed. You observe and act not from need, but from understanding. That gives you power. You start to see how to play by the rules without being ruled. The world's transparency becomes your tool. Use it. After awakening, you see the structure. Who's in control, how influence works. Why we are fed fear, desire, and endless competition. But within that realization lies freedom. You're no longer a pawn. You're a player. Because you understand every system is predictable. Example, you notice how fear is constantly pushed. News, social media, negativity everywhere. Instead of drowning in it, you ask, why this? Who benefits? And you realize, fear directs attention. So you reclaim your focus. You unplug from noise. You preserve energy. You redirect it toward what matters. You stop reacting. You start guiding. Be both the observer and the creator. You don't have to fight the system. You don't have to resist. That too is a trap. The system wants you to resist. Because then you're still engaged, just from the opposite side. But you can choose to move differently. Quietly. Intentionally. Powerfully. Example, social expectations, status, image, approval. You realize these aren't your desires. They are programming. And you decide not to follow the crowd, but to follow your own direction. Maybe you start your own project. Or shift into art. Or travel. You don't attack the old code, you simply stop running it. Loneliness becomes clarity. And clarity becomes action. Sometimes you feel the distance. You speak to people and realize how hard it is to be understood. They are still inside. You're already outside. That can hurt, but only if you see it as a loss. What if it's a gift? You don't have to explain your awakening. You can simply be. Your calm, your presence, your choices, that's what awakens others. Example, you're with a group. The conversation is surface level. You stay quiet, but grounded. At the right moment, you say something simple, but real. One person hears you. Another reflects. Someone feels it. That's how awakening spreads, without force. Just through presence. The system becomes a tool when you stop being its victim. You begin to see how money flows. How hierarchies are built. How attention is manipulated. But instead of rage, you feel clarity. You've stepped out of the maze. You gain advantage. You stop being led. You become strategic. Example, you're building something new. Before, you'd fear judgment, failure, rejection. Now, you see fear as part of the system. And you use it as a signal, where fear is, there's potential. You move toward it. And act not from pressure, but from purpose. You guide instead of resisting. This is the shift. You no longer react, you redirect. Everything that happens can serve you. Even chaos. Especially chaos. Because you don't lose your center. You have inner direction. Example, the economy collapses. People panic. But you observe and ask, where's the opportunity? What can I create now while the old structure crumbles? Maybe it's time to build something new. Or pursue what you once postponed. You move not from fear, but from flow. Awakening is not an end. It's the beginning of a new game on your terms. You're not against the system. You're above it. Not superior, just free. You walk among people, work, talk, create. But you're different now. You have choice. You have vision. And most importantly, you can share it with others. Not through preaching. Just by example. What can you do right now? Watch your attention. Where it goes, your energy follows. Take control of that. Separate true desires from programmed ones. Ask yourself, do I really want this? Hold inner stillness. Don't rush to react. Observe. From that, power is born. Find usefulness in the chaos. Especially when things fall apart. Create your own path. Big or small, but yours. That's how you exit the cycle. You've woken up, and it's not a burden. It's a gift. And now everything depends on you. You can live in this world freely. Consciously, deeply. Not as an outsider. But as someone who realized the system only rules those who believe in it. You no longer believe you create.